Yeah.
Live, Gordon, if you want to kick things off, mate.
Roscoe, does this feel weird?
Uh, Tim asked me, I just flew in this morning with Tim and he asked, that, does it feel like your last game? And it doesn't, I don't think. So it hasn't really dawned on me just yet, but I'm sure, I suppose when you've still got 1 day to go, if it was my last game full stop, then definitely might feel a little bit different. But also the context of the series as well. I mean, we're 1-0 down with all to play here at a ground that, I still think we're learning on how to play in the Mount, but I think we know what to expect a lot more here than we did in the Mount. I think it's going to have bounce and carry the whole time, and there's going to be a lot of grass on it. So it's the conditions that us batters are used to, and I'm sure our bowlers are as well.
I saw you having a wee yarn to Rupert. What did he tell you to expect out there?
No, I don't want to give too much away. I just asked, is a normal wicket, and he said, yeah. So we know that it's, normally, it's going to do something. It doesn't just do it for that first session. It'll be there for the majority of the first 2 days, if not into that third day. So it's been a pretty hot summer so far, so we'll have to see what the forecast is like. I haven't really had a look. But no, I'm sure the bowlers will be licking their lips, and obviously us batters need to apply ourselves better than we did in the Mount.
Obviously a long career, plenty of highs and lows as well. Where does that last Test match rank there?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you have such a long career, you're going to go through those ebbs and flows a lot. I think you try and look at it from a neutral point of view. I think it was good for world cricket. I think Bangladesh to come in, proud nation with a proud history. I think for the game of cricket and the game of Test cricket, I don't think it was a bad result from that regard. Obviously, we were disappointed that we didn't put up a better contest. We were outplayed the whole time, but I think for this game of Test cricket to survive, we need Bangladesh to be a thriving nation, and I think they will go. They'll get a lot of confidence from that. Not only for this tour, but for the rest of tours going around over the next few years. I think I had a look at their age of a lot of their players. It's a very young side, and I think they'll get a lot of confidence for that. And hopefully, as I said before, for world cricket, that they're a competitive nation, and I'm sure they'll get better and better.
Especially red ball cricket at home, there's been so many years of dominance for this team, and given how Bangladesh have typically gone here in the past, was there any guilt of taking them lightly?
No, I don't think so. I think we expected the wicket to play slightly differently than it did. As I said, I think that was our third Test match, and we've had to work hard for the 2 wins that we have had there. And this one didn't really go our way. We know the other grounds around the country a lot better than the Mount. But I'm sure when we go back there, whenever that is next, we'll be, we would have learnt a lot from that. And would there be changes? I'm sure there would be.
Baz had a pretty memorable last outing here. Are you got something to live up to there?
Oh,
That's a place guys seem to go out in style.
He's set the bar very high. As I said, I would just be good to have a win, I think, and get our first win of the summer under our belt. In terms of Baz-esque, I think he's got that down pat for a while. I don't think there's going to be many people who are going to be able to do what he did in his last match.
Ross, what have you guys spoken about in your sort of analysis after Mount? What do you feel with the areas that really just let you down the most in that game?
I think we let ourselves down. We were outplayed in all facets. I don't think there was one in particular. I think on that, I thought we put ourselves in a good position with the bat, and we, you shouldn't get bowled out for. If we got to that 350, 370 minimum, we still probably underplayed it, but we've still been in the game, and you underestimate what 180 odd overs in the field. It's can take a lot out of you. But no, I thought they took some fantastic catches, their patience, and then the way they bowled. I think they brought the stumps into play. They let us hit straight down the ground, which and a lot of our players probably haven't faced reverse swing for a majority of their careers. They've probably been sporadic in their the domestic circuit where that they bowled that very well, got it going both ways. We're here. I think these conditions will suit us a lot more than they probably did in the Mount.
And this New Zealand team, and you guys have set such high standards in Test cricket for a long time now. And was that one of the most disappointing aspects? Like you just to start the home summer. I know Bangladesh played a great Test, and they were deserving winners. But was that quite frustrating for the guys? That just how low you were and just didn't really front almost up there.
I guess that all depends on how we turn up here, I think. If we dwell on that too much, a lot's happened since the World Cup. I mean, COVID, this new variant seemed to come out all the time. Coming out of quarantine, probably, I don't know, there could be numerous reasons, but the main reason, Bangladesh outplayed us in all facets, and I'm sure whatever we do, they're going to put us under pressure, and vice versa. I think sometimes when it is as green as that wicket is, the bowlers are under pressure. So if we can find our lengths, and if we do bowl first, and vice versa, if we do bat first, we've got to be able to soak up that pressure and just try and do what we've done well for the last 4 or 5 years.
What is the mindset? Say you lose the toss and get sent in on the Hagley wicket, which obviously we know is very spicy on day one. It's tricky to bet on. New Zealand struggled against Sri Lanka a couple of seasons ago, and Test here. Like, what's the mindset if you do lose the toss and get sent in against these guys?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to try and do it as much as possible. As I said, the bowlers are under as much pressure as the batters sometimes, and sometimes it can do more than if you just hold your line. But at the same time, you still got to be positive in defence, and sometimes your margin for error as a bowler, quite often teams have got away on players as well. So, no, we know what to expect, and I guess that's the positive about being at home and a ground that we've played a lot of cricket at.
Do you dwell on the first Test, Ross, or do you just park it and move on now?
Yeah, I suppose, as I said, when you've had a career like mine, you learn to deal with the ups and downs very quickly. It's the thing that we talk about, is not getting too high when we're winning and not getting too low when we're losing as well. So try and keep it as level as possible. But as I said, I think we're 1-0 down. We know we have to play some aggressive cricket, but it's also a ground that we know, how we're going to play and have had a lot of success here as well.
Do you plan to come down like this?
Yeah, I think so. I think my younger two are just starting to get I wouldn't say the bug, but my daughter still hasn't quite grasped the concept of 5-day cricket. When I got out the other day, she said, "Come on, Dad, let's go home." So yeah, we'll have to teach her that over the time.
Have you got any instructions from Mackenzie?
Instructions from Mackenzie? No, I haven't had anything yet. I'm sure there might be in the coming days, but I haven't had anything yet.
Just last one, mate. Do you have to take into account, what the weather could potentially do day 4, 5?
I haven't seen the weather. What's the?
It could be rubbish. Yes, I mean, with that in mind, how the series is poised, does that mean a potentially a more aggressive outlook on the game?
I suppose forecasts can be wrong, but as I said, we're 1-0 down, so we do have to take the appropriate action if need be. That's a long way down the track. There's been many games where 3 days has been enough here as well. So we don't want to preempt anything too early. As we know, we win the toss, you're more often not going to bowl, and vice versa. If you bat first, you've got to scrap through, and sometimes just our lower order have got us out of trouble. Just trying to scrap to 200 can be well above par. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Roscoe, if you just indulge me for a second. The family are down here. How special is it to have Vic and the kids down here to watch you like one last time?
Yeah, and a lot of family and friends as well. They've been a big part of my career to date. As I said, quite often we've got a lot of the young kids that are in the side, and I've been fortunate that my kids are a bit older and been able to see me, I guess, play and watch Dad go through the ups and downs, and they've experienced a lot of things that I'm sure if it wasn't for cricket they wouldn't have been able scene. So yeah, it's cool to have them here, and hopefully we can turn up and play accordingly.
And will you miss going out there, Ross Taylor, Test player, going out there and playing the game?
Oh, 100%. I probably won't. There's aspects that I won't miss, but yeah, 100%. There's going to be There's going to be elements that I'll miss, but all good things have to come to an end, and looking forward to this Test match, but hopefully a few more one days, and then the next chapter as well.
And are you going to allow the emotion to be part of your game for this Test match? Is that part of what you're going to do, or are you going to try to?
I think it's a tough one. You don't really know what it is until, you could come out 2 for 100 in the second innings, or you could be in early. I guess that's the beauty of Test cricket. You've got to be just prepared to do your job when called upon. When the toss comes up, enjoy the moment, and yeah, we'll see what happens.